The market pops and then pulls back. Do the bulls still have life? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay guys, so in yesterday's video we talked about the complexity in the market. With the overlapping corrective structure off the top, it creates diagonals in both directions and a lot of whipsaw and chop. However, due to the divergences and stuff that we saw, we did expect a bounce in either an A wave or a wave 4, and that's exactly what we saw. The market pushed up and then started to pull back a little bit toward the close. The question is this a rally or a bounce? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so we did get the bounce we were looking for. Now the question is, can we see follow through in either wave A or wave 4? Let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart of the S&P 500. And you can see we got the bounce today, and then they started to pull back. And based on the divergences and stuff that we saw, I did allow the bulls a little more rope on this wave 4, although it is lower than I would like to see. So we are still looking for a bigger bounce than we saw today. And that bounce is going to come in two forms, either an A, B, C up toward about 4,100, which would be wave 4 of a diagonal to the downside, and then we look for wave 5 down after that, okay? Or we are just starting the A wave, and this is A, B, C of A, which would go to about the 4070 to 80 region. Then we get a wave B pullback, and then wave C up toward about 4160 to 4180. Then we look for a bigger B wave down and C wave up toward that 4250 to 4300 we've been talking about. So just kind of depends on how we continue this move higher, if they continue the move higher. But those are the two paths higher that we would be tracking: the bigger ABC in A or the smaller ABC in wave 4, which we would then expect to give us a more direct down move in wave 5 after that. Now, if they can't give us a bigger bounce than we got yesterday from here, then what we'd be looking at is that the move all the way up was A. We'd get a bigger B wave down toward the 3,800 area, and then we'd be looking at C from there. So from the top, this would be our A wave. We'd get B down, and then you get 5 waves up in C toward 4,400 plus. Now, this is the secondary count or alternate count. It is not one that I am on board with very strongly, but it is something to keep an eye on if they continue to move down more directly in this count. So again, a smaller bounce up would be wave 4, looking for wave 5. This would top in around the 4,100 area. A bigger A wave up towards 4,150 to 4,180 would lead us to an ABC higher towards 4,250 to 4,300. And a direct move lower from here that continues on, we would look for 3,800 to be the bottom, and then look for the C wave up towards 4,400 after that. Okay, so those are the paths we're tracking on ES. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, as you can imagine, very similar counts here. We're looking for either that smaller A, B, C up toward the 12,600 to 12,700 area, and then the wave 5 down to complete the initial move off of the top. Again, the reason for the push so high is it is a diagonal, and you would expect it to get into wave 1 territory. The alternate bounce that we'd be looking at is the bigger ABC that would take us up toward the 12,900 area, then a B wave back, and then C up toward the 13,300 to 13,500 area. Okay, and then of course, if they can't continue to push up in this bounce like we expect, then you would look for a more direct move down toward the 11,200 area, where we would then expect to see 5 waves up in C toward the 14,000 area. So very similar counts on the NASDAQ as the ES. We're looking for either a smaller bounce in wave 4 of a leading diagonal down, a bigger bounce in a wave 5 of an ending diagonal up, or a more direct move down towards the 11,200 area and a bigger ABC that would take us toward 14,000 overall. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it will take you right to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there and make sure you love it and become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. you can cancel at any time. Okay, we did just start our Elliott Wave for Beginners course where you can come in and learn Elliott Wave the way I do it so that you can track the market the same way. This training course does come with both memberships. In our Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts, as well as the training course that I just went over and all other training material. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in the room so we can all make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. We're looking for a continuation of the move off the low here, whether it's a smaller bounce in wave 4 towards 4,100 or a bigger bounce up towards 4,150 is to be determined, but the height of that bounce will determine what happens next. Either we get a B wave down that holds support and we move higher towards 4,250 to 4,300, or we get that wave 5 down off of the smaller bounce into the 3,800 area. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup. We're looking for a continuation of the bounce higher, and whether it's that shorter bounce that ends up taking us down in wave 5 or the bigger bounce that takes us up towards the 13,300 area is to be determined based on what happens in the next few days. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.